power is still out right now, but we want you to take a look at this. You can see these giant generators that are above us that are actually powering the light that you see here in town this morning. Otherwise, still no power over here on East Main Street. They actually bent back these parking signs, again, almost tearing that one in half. And if you look above us over on the other side of the street, again, the force of that storm was so powerful that it actually smashed up those windows. You can see that Fisher Law Firm and the Benton County Title Company are still standing, but if you just take a look next door, all that's left of Klingman Pharmacy and Michael and Down Furniture Store is nothing but debris and rubble. In fact, if you take a look behind me, you'll see that there's Waterloo investigators right now over here in the area. Now, we were told just moments ago by the Cedar Rapids Police Department that one person was shot. They found cop cars right outside. These just came into the building, brand new mailboxes, and they're ready for those tenants to go ahead and move in. And another really cool thing, if you head over here, this is one of the original murals that were here for Monroe Elementary.
KCRG TV9's Alicia Tarancon continues our team coverage in LaPorte City.
If you walk down the main strip of LaPorte City, you'll see that the streets are still lined with these blue ribbons. And if you take a look to the side, you'll see that nearby businesses still haven't forgotten about Jake Wilson, including Rockets, a LaPorte City bakery down the street. Kayla Kramer remembers serving Jake Wilson and his family.
At least once a week, I see his grandparents come in. A lot of times he'd be with them. He'd come in and we have the half-pound burger, and that's what he would order, half-pound bacon cheeseburger and cheese balls, and it was always good to see him. He was always smiling, always happy.
Her tiny bakery brought over donuts, coffee, and other baked goods during the search for Jake. Kayla has been proud of her town and the way other communities have joined in to try to find the missing teen.
Yeah, it's been amazing to see how many people care and how much it can bring together communities.
She says although yesterday's press conference wasn't the news she hoped for, LaPorte City can finally get some type of closure. The more time that went out without any news was hard on the community.
Just not knowing what happened has been a lot of everybody's anxiety and everybody's pain here. Just speaking from my own and experiences from people who I've spoken with.
Kayla says Jake is special to their town and he'll never be forgotten.
We definitely all have our own personal memories that we'll cherish, and we'll, continue to keep his memory alive and keep him alive within all of us.
Now, Chris, we are right here live in downtown Marshalltown. Now, this is really where officials tell us they've seen the worst on the damage. We're seeing some of the Marshalltown Fire Department going through right now. You can see them going through. Again, this is really where crews are saying they're seeing the worst of the damage. Now, we were talking about the courthouse this morning. The roof of that courthouse was actually torn off, and we've still seen it over here near the grounds on the side of the courthouse here. You can see that part of the top of the courthouse still over there on the grounds. Again, that's where crews are cleaning up a large majority of this debris. If you look over here, you can see just how powerful those storms were. They actually bent back these parking signs, again, almost tearing that one in half. And if you look above us over on the other side of the street, again, the force of that storm was so powerful that it actually smashed up those windows. You can see they tried to board some just to help protect some of that building. Again, this is a historic district. A lot of these buildings were seeing damage. Again, officials are telling us that they want the public to stay out of the downtown area because there's lots of Chris, police tell us they found a man's body early this morning, but it's still too early on in the investigation to see if any foul play was involved. Now, we did speak with some neighbors across the street, and they tell us that something like this typically doesn't happen in their neighborhood. We spoke with Dallas Coleman, who says he was sitting at home on his computer when he heard what sounded like gunshots last night around 11 o'clock. He tells us his father had just come home around that time, and he heard the same thing outside.
Then this morning we wake up and the cops are here, and somebody's dead in an alley, like just right across from our street, it's kind of shocking.
Now, Chris, when we first got to the scene, police had just blocked off part of the alleyway, and investigators were interviewing neighbors. Now, police say this is an active investigation, and we will update you with the latest information once we get it. I'm reporting live in Cedar Rapids. Alicia Tarancon, KCRG, TV9 News.
Was at the Eastern Iowa Airport this morning and spoke to some of the veterans before takeoff.
Check out this departure board. All of these flights are on time, but that wasn't the case 2 weeks ago when heavy fog canceled the third honor flight of the year. But today we had a second chance to talk to veterans as they headed out to D.C.
Oh, shucks.
That was the feeling 2 weeks ago when Raymond and Robert Reinhardt found out their honor flight was canceled because of heavy fog. But that didn't stop these twin brothers. They served in the Korean War together, and today they both got a second chance to see D.C.
I feel pretty perky, you know. We are excited about the things that we're going to see.
They're joining other veterans like Tony Monzo, who didn't know when they would get another shot at an honor flight until they got some good news about a week ago.
I felt good when I got they called me up over there. They're going to reschedule. Oh, I feel like $1 million.
And if you can't tell by his accent, Tony Monzo is a World War II veteran originally from Italy. After dealing with the delay, today he's feeling great.
2 weeks ago, I was a little shocked. I don't know, but today I'm relaxed.
And once they get to D.C., Monzo and the Reinhardt brothers will lay a wreath down at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery.
This American dream. That's what, to me, I feel wonderful. There's no words to express myself how good it is. See all these veterans over here, beautiful.
And you could come out tonight and thank a veteran during a special welcome home ceremony right here at the Eastern Iowa Airport. That'll begin tonight around 10:15. I'm reporting in Cedar Rapids. Alicia Tarancon, KCRG, TV9 News.